I've been thinking a lot about how I spend money, and not because I want to become someone super frugal or stop buying things or realistically live this minimalistic lifestyle. It's really because I realize there are so many little things that I spend my money on, and simply because it's easy, it's available, or it's a trend or habit that feels natural to me. And when I started to look at the value of everything that I was buying, purchasing, and absorbing into my life, they didn't really align with who I wanted to be, the life I wanted to live, and who I wanted to become. It's not really about being anything drastic or not enjoying the things that I spend money on, but it's about figuring out what do I value. And this isn't about what I'm not spending money on, or that I don't want this person who I want to become to have like all of these things. It's I want to be the person who spends their money intentionally and doesn't just spend it because it's easy, it's available, and it's there. So I want to really figure out not only what do I value in life, but what will make my life easier, better, and what am I just buying because it seems exciting, it gives me maybe monetarily this success, or even just spending it out of habit because it's easy. I want to spend more money on things that I feel align with who I want to be. I also want to save money. I want to be able to sink money to do bigger and better things. But it's important to know this mindset shift of, is it worth it? And then realistically, what are the things that I'm going to stop spending my money on that no longer align, so that I can find balance in who I want to be? And all of that being said, how can I stop chasing trends to become this amazing person and become the person that I want to be, so that I can feel happier, more fulfilled, and excited for where I spend my money, how I show up, and where I want my money to actually go and work for me? So welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 27 years old. I'm a wife and a stepmom, and I work a full 9 to 5 while balancing my passions and working on my purpose. Here at Balance While Blooming, I share the Believe to Become system. I'm also on a Thrive to 30 journey, and throughout this, I share how I believe in myself, build the life of my dreams, balance all areas of life, including money that we're going to talk about today, and bloom consistently to become the person of my dreams. Now, this is not just something that's happened overnight. I've been on my journey for 3 years, and over the next 3 years, I gave myself a challenge to become my best self before I'm 30. So I am 250 days into a Thrive to 30 journey. If you are here from any of those videos, welcome back. If you want to check out that series, go ahead. I also am starting a new personal curriculum here, so these are things to look out for. But of course, we talk about all areas of life. We invite you to be inspired. I will support you. I will hold you accountable for your dreams, your mindset, and your productivity as you become your best self, as you believe, build, balance, bloom, and become your best self on your journey and on your path. I do want to say, as this is a money video, that I am not a money expert. I'm just giving you my advice, my thoughts, and things that align with who I want to be in the life that I live. I always say, if you are struggling with money, you need help with money, go find a financial advisor, go find a tax accountant, or find someone who can help you. I am just giving my advice, my thoughts, and my opinions, and I am no specialist in any of these, but let's jump into the video. First things first, we need to dive deeper into, is this worth it? It's no longer, can I afford it? Yeah, probably you can. We're in a good financial situation, but I realistically want it to be, is it worth my money? You can always afford something that you do not need, and we always justify something that we may not need. But is it something that is expensive but still worth it? Or is it cheap and going to be a waste? Or is it going to fulfill something in your happiness and your value and who you want to be? Saving money isn't automatically the goal. It's honestly about understanding the value of your money and the price that you have to pay to live in that value. And talk about changing the way you look at purchases is going to be what we're talking about today. But it's important to understand this overall value around money. I think it's important that we all know the 50-30-20 rule, where you do 50 on your main core life. This is your needs, your necessities, the things that you need to survive. Then your wants, you get 30% on wants. That is crazy to me that you can spend 30% on wants and 20 on savings. This is the core that most people do. Now, I don't hold myself or lock myself into there, but I'm pretty close to that. I actually save more than 20%, 90% of the time. So I try to save as much as possible, but for us, savings is so much more than just the day in and day out. It's also our sinking fund. It is where we get to do all of our extras, such as doing a house project, then doing a trip, then living our best life, then going on this adventure and doing X, Y, and Z. So it's important to really not think about it as things that you're stopping. It's how you're evaluating your life so that you can do more exciting things. Let's talk about the few things that I'm no longer spending money on. Coffee runs. I do this once a week, but if you're getting it multiple times a week, every little purchase adds up. It may not feel significant in the moment when you're paying $3 to $5, but think about it. Some days you want a bagel, some days you want a donut, sometimes you want all of these things. And now I am really going to push myself this winter to do all at home coffee. I love iced coffee, so I'm going to try cold brew. It's cheaper. I can do it. The boys use Keurigs, like my husband and other people in our house, they use a Keurig. So it's going to be about the ritual of enjoying my coffee and making it at home and making it fun and still being able to have the coffee, but being intentional about it. It's not about not enjoying your coffee, not having coffee, but stopping the need to spend money on the coffee that you no longer need to spend money on, because you can get a whole bucket of ground coffee, you can grind your own beans, or you can get cold brew for way less for more bang for your buck for the cups. Same with overpaying for travel. Again, I am not a money expert, but I want to be honest, sometimes it's spending more simply because it's easier or feels more comfortable, and it's not always thinking about what is strategic and available to you for your purchase. First off, I have credit cards like galore. I have an Amazon credit card and I have a Chase credit card that works towards Marriott hotels. So let's say we are planning a Vegas trip, which we are for next year. My Chase Prime points, I used to always use them on Amazon, get that cash back. I can now use those towards Chase Travel and pay down some of the money that I have to pay for our flights. So we are using that benefitly of not only understanding that we get 5 to 6% back off on Amazon, we also get it for restaurants, groceries, gas, and other things between the two cards that we have to get points for a hotel and points for our flight. So it's being intentional about not only how you book, the associations that you work with. We are going to Maine in a couple weeks, and that being said, we are staying at an Airbnb, but it's not platformed through Airbnb. It's through Marriott Home and Villas. So not only do we get to get a discount because it's through Marriott, we get to use some of our points, but we also get to gain points if we decide to spend money instead of using our points. So it's being intentional with how I want to experience life. I understand that it's not the highest level hotels, it's not the Hilton, it's not the greatest of the great, but when we were struggling and poorer than we were now, Marriott was the best one for us. We could qualify for the credit card and we got to travel the world. So we are really working on that to go and do our 4-year anniversary, but it's important that you don't automatically pay for convenience because it's the highest paying. It's also important to understand the experience and knowing that experiences are going to cost more money, and that's okay if you're willing to shack it up a little in a hotel, to take that step away. Eating out all the time, my husband and I eat out, but let me tell you, fast food is out of the picture, so I'm going to merge these together. We go out to eat because it is easy. Now we are trying to be intentional with our date nights, knowing which night we just don't feel like cooking. Eating out is now a date night experience. It's not something that is just easy, grab and go. It's about something that we plan and spend money on for a purpose. We also know that this is not something that we do every day, and it's a treat that we do once or twice every other week that we get to work on. Fast food, it will kill our stomach at this point, but honestly, it's really about the cost and value of your not only quality of life, the convenience of life, or simply just not valuing that I like fast food. I would rather go out and spend $60, $70, $80 with tip than go get fast food that is going to make me feel like junk because I give more value to it. So I would rather go out and treat myself to an ice cream or something throughout the week instead, and be intentional with the time that I'm doing that, and knowing that it's a date or it's a family night instead of just grabbing that fast food, going out for the easy convenience and where it's the simplest. Talking about simplicity, it's really finding the balance of knowing who you want to be and the life you want to live. Important for us is that self-care. I'm big on self-care. I think it's important to get your haircuts. It's important to have that beauty maintenance, but can you do it at home? My husband has not gone to a barber in the last almost 8 years that we've been together. That sounds crazy, but I cut his hair at home. I think he's gone once at the beginning of our relationship, and that was the last time. I've gone twice in the entire time that we've been married. He cuts my hair. It's simple. It's easy. Same with my nails. Before 2020, I did my nails pretty much all from 2017 when I graduated high school, a little bit in high school, but consistently every 3 to 4 weeks until 2020. So for 3 years. And that is expensive. Now, I don't need my nails professionally done. I actually go without anything, and it used to be a huge insecurity for me, but honestly, it's about being comfortable in who I am, and there's things that we can use over and over again that we don't need to go to a salon to do. And I'm not saying every woman shouldn't spend money on these things, but I'm saying I realized that personal value for me, that money that we were spending every 3 to 6 months or every 3 to 4 weeks for my nails are now going to something else. So it's this version of self-care that looks like something's particular for me, but it's also the bigger vision and bigger value for who I want to become. You don't have to pay for a service just because you consider it being put together. It's all about how it makes you feel. Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel happy? And do you feel value in spending money on that for your happiness and success? The same goes with shopping and becoming this person in this life that you want to live. I really want to talk about clothes and knowing the value of your clothes, because I am over chasing trends. I could go into the clearance section again and again at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and I would be like, oh my gosh, this is cute, this is trending, I love this. I also online shop when I was bored. I completely felt like if I bought something new and it was coming from Amazon, it was the right thing to do. Now I go through my closet every 6 to 9 months and go through and donate. First off, I'm not a big seller. I feel like there's a value of me giving it back to my community. Not saying that that's not something. If you are struggling with money, sell. That's a way for you to make money. But it's also important to intentionally replace and add items. Like if I get rid of a shoe, I can get a shoe, but not right away unless I need a shoe. Is there something else in my wardrobe that I can do? I'm trying to go into seasonal capsule wardrobes where I have a handful of dresses, handful of skirts, handful of tops. Same with t-shirts and workout clothes. I want to make sure that what I have is intentional and for who I want to be, and not letting trends or what is happening in the now become my standard. What actually has a place in my life? Is it quality? Is it fit? Is it versatility? And how often are you going to wear it? What value can you give? And this is really about quality over quantity, and the quality over cheap, fast fashion. It's almost as bad as fast food. Honestly, I think it's deserving to know that you can become a luxury girly. There are some pieces I will have for years, quality pieces. Now, do I have some pieces that are not that great? Of course, I think everyone does. I think we all fall in the trap from here and there, but I think that it's important that sometimes that $20 shirt versus the $50 shirt, the $50 shirt can be worn again and again and again. Imagine if you wear that $50 shirt or that $50 dress 50 times. Now it's $1 a piece. But if you get a $20 dress and it only lasts 10 times, it is $2 a piece. So think about it from this bigger goal that it isn't expensive, but is it worth the longevity, the versatility, and how it makes you feel? So overall, becoming the person that spends money on what matters most to you, it's about that date night, that travel, the experiences, the things that create memories for me. It's also about the quality over the quantity of how I improve my life and the things that I'll actually use and appreciate for the longevity of my life. I think the transformation is less about the random spending, more about the intentional spending so that I can have the experiences that I want. And my new spending rules are honestly something that I think you can take with you and who you want to be. Do you actually need this? Do I genuinely value this? Does it align with the life that I want? Am I buying it because I want it or because I saw it and I think that that person enjoys it? Will I still want this a month from now? Is it actually good quality, and will I get the quantity out of uses to justify the cost of this purchase? Will I have enough money in my bank to justify this if something was to happen in 3 to 6 months? Would I rather put this money towards something I value more or want to spend more time on? Or is it worth it to me for the value that I want? All of these are going to align, and I kind of merged a bunch together because I was just word vomiting, because I have value when it comes to Balance While Blooming. It's about spending it with the right mentality and not mindlessly waiting for the right moment and understanding that social media told me that this is going to work out, or this feels trendy, or this is simply because it will make me happy in the moment. It's about spending it on what you want. There is a balance of spending less on what you don't value, but spending more on what intentionally gives you joy and happiness and let you build the life of your dreams. You don't become this person by doing the little things. It's not about the things that I don't buy. It's about the things that I spend my money on and how that reflects the things that I no longer buy so that I can live the life of my dreams. So it's important to become the woman who knows that you have the money, you have the finances, and you set yourself up for success, to know that you deserve the money that you have. You deserve more wealth, more happiness, and more success, but it's not always monetary. It's not always the value that you give on everything, but it's how money reflects the value of your life. So I really want you to think about how you believe in money, what your confidence is, how you're showing up. Do you really need it? Do you even know your value with money? And then how can you build more wealth? How can you build a life with the money that you have right now? I think everyone has enough to live one day at a time and feel happy, joyful, and fulfilled. But it's really finding that balance of what is a need, what is a want, and what do you need to save for, and how you can build your future by blooming one day at a time. Where can you choose this instead of that? Where is that value in that happiness and joy that is helping you bloom into who you want to become? It's all about taking it one day at a time, learning your values, learning how you spend money, and learning your confidence with money of who you want to be. Becoming is all about the journey. Don't give up on yourself. Keep going. And I'm always an open book. So I hope this inspired you to rethink your spending, see what you're spending value on, and how you want to live a more joyful life within your days. I just shared a whole video about the small things in my life that make me happy. So think about those when you're thinking about your happiness and your joy, and really think about how your life's gonna look like in the next 2 to 3 years. When you start adding value and happiness with not only your money, but with your time and your effort so that you can live the life of your dreams. Keep believing, keep balancing, keep blooming, and keep becoming. This community is here for you as we support each other, hold each other accountable, and take it one day at a time to live the most valued life and become the person of our dreams. And I will see you guys in the next one.